The age of exploration was a time of discovery for everyone, but there were 5 countries who had the biggest part in the discovery and explorations of the world. These countries were England, France, Spain, Portugal, and the Netherlands. There were many reasons where everyone was exploring: land, power, and money. But one reason stands out the most: gold.
That's good.
Yeah. On March 4th, 1394, Henry the Navigator was born in the city of Porto in Portugal. This man basically started the entire age of exploration, and he wanted to discover a ton of land on the west coast of Africa. He wanted to start exploring because he wanted to find rumored Christian allies and add to the geographic knowledge, but most of all, he wanted to find gold. He died November 14, 1460 in Sagres, Portugal. The exchange was the plan to get all the resources, slaves, animals, and plants to and from the Americas to Europe. Spain sold resources across the world and was incredibly successful in this, and became very rich very quickly. Between August 25th and October 31st, 1451, Christopher Columbus was born in Genoa, Italy. He moved to Spain to find funding to go across the Atlantic to India, but instead found the Americas. He landed in the Bahamas. He found resources and enslaved natives. At first, Columbus actually thought he was in Eastern Asia. Then he discovered he was actually on a different continent entirely. He told the King of Spain, King Ferdinand, and Spain immediately tried to get all the resources and land before anyone else could. He died May 20th, 1506 in Valladolid, Spain. On March 9, 1454, Amerigo Vespucci was born in Florence, Italy, an Italian merchant, explorer, and navigator. Throughout his life, he participated in at least 2 voyages, the first for Spain and the other for Portugal. But he is most famous for having North and South America named after him. He died February 22nd, 1512 in Seville, Spain. In 1469, Vasco da Gama was born in the city of Sines, Portugal. He had many achievements, but his most famous was his voyage from Europe all the way to India, an attempt to connect Europe to Asia, which he succeeded in. He died in Kochi, India on December 24, 1524, yet was only buried in 1880 in Lisbon, Portugal. That was 356 years later. On February 4, 1480, Sabrosa, Portugal, Ferdinand Magellan was born. Like many others, he had many achievements, but his biggest achievement ever was when he led the first circumnavigation of the world. He went from Portugal, crossed the Atlantic, went from below South America, then to the Philippines, where he was killed. After Magellan's death, Juan Sebastian Elcano took over and completed the journey. Although Magellan died during the voyage, it is still seen as one of the biggest achievements in human history.